Rightio, we need to put our levels in order first before we go any further. The survey plan is going to be fine for us to position our grids. They'll be running center to center on these columns. Okay, but we need to make sure the heights are relevant to our building as well. So if we go over to the east elevation, doesn't matter if it's not the east elevation, these are all tied in with each other. We notice now that we have a level 1 and a level 2, and this level 2 is at 5 meters. The first floor level is at 0. Okay, that's kind of normal, but we don't know whether 5 meters is going to be sufficient. So what we need to do is bring in another CAD file which has the information that we require. So we go back to the Insert tab and we import CAD one more time, and there's this drawing here which is called JL Setout, current view only. That's fine. Auto origin to origin, and leave everything else okay. It says that some elements can't be imported. That's fine. Now this isn't actually to size. We need to unpin that to move it. But what it does give us, we can't line things up with this thing because it's been broken at various positions. Okay, we could sort that out, but it's just going to be much easier if we just use this as reference. Now these lines are looking a bit thick at the moment, so we need to change that. On the View tab, there's this little button here called Thin Lines. It's also TL is the keyboard shortcut. If you hover over that, it tells you. I'm pointing with my finger, but you can't see that's Thin Lines TL. If you just click on or type in TL, Thin Lines comes up and it's a bit more clear. So, as I mentioned earlier on, this project is slightly tricky when you start getting down to the detail, and it's very important that we do get down to the detail, because otherwise we're just sort of fudging the whole thing. Now we've got our finished floor level, okay, then we've got sort of 51 for the screed, and we've got 203 for the thickness of the slab. Then we've got this interesting edge beam for the slab. We've got some brick slips there, and then we've got the brickwork starts and it sort of steps out a little bit, and this returns this point. Now our grid line is going to be at this point here on the inside face, or the outside face of the inside skin of brickwork. Okay, that runs all the way through, and that picks up this point, which is the edge of our first floor slab, and it says there the first floor level is plus 3900, so that's the height that we want to set our first floor level. And then we've got the roof support level at 7 meters. Okay, so we could have extra ones there: top of parapet, underside of roof support level, sill height, underside of slab. We could put as many levels in to this project as we want, but it can get confusing. So what first of all we want to do is just bring this down. Oh, if you click on this and type in 3900, that's going to bring that down to 3900. Okay. We'll also call this ground floor level. So if we just click on this box, and we'll call this JL for John Lang, ground floor FFL. It's a bit of a long title, but if you click on that, then it asks you to rename the corresponding views. That's the ones there, and we say yes to that. So John Lang ground floor finished floor level. Okay, now if we click on that browser, we see that John Lang ground floor finished floor level has appeared there. We will do a similar thing here. Select it, then click it, and we'll say JL first floor finished floor level. Click away, yes, to rename corresponding views. Now we're going to add an extra level. Okay. Now we can go into our structure thing or the architectural thing, it makes no difference. On the datum block, that's the bit we're looking at, we want to click on level. And it doesn't matter where we start, but if we try and line it up so that we've got that little blue dashed line sort of picking up the end of the level below it, and then we'll just drag it across and pick up these two levels there and click. It's not 100% essential, but these all move together now because they're all sort of linked together. This, we notice, is sitting the wrong side from that, but we have little tick boxes there and there, and if we tick that little box, that level sound's going to appear that side. If I untick that one, it disappears from that side. So that's pretty cool. What we now need to do is change the value on this from 3500 to whatever it needs to be. So in fact it's 3100. Okay, alternatively we could click on that 7.0 and that would also move that down. Okay, and that comes to 3100. So you can move that one way or the other, or you can just simply click on it, press and hold your click on it, press and hold your mouse button, and then just move it up. Try to move it up on the axis, and it should move in 100mm increments. But that's us done. Now we want to call this one level 2. It's also appeared there and it's given us a corresponding level 2 analytical. What do we call this one? Roof support level. Okay, so we'll call that roof support level. And rename corresponding views, yes. Alright, so those 3 levels should suit us fine. And at that point we'll just stop this video. So just to recap, we've imported from the insert 2 CAD files. This one, which just gives us some height information, and on the site we've got this one as well, the site plan. We've rotated our true north position, we've rotated our project north position. So if I just click away from that and we go back to project north, then this is where we're going to be starting our grid. But fear not, all will be explained as we move through these videos. So hopefully we've got everything set up to start inserting our grids.